Welcome guys, welcome to Onlineopedia. In this video, I'll discuss 30 most important questions from switchgear and protection. So first of all, what is switchgear? So the apparatus or equipment, these are the apparatus or equipment you can call. The apparatus or equipment and their associated auxiliaries employed for controlling, regulating, or you can say switching on or off the electric circuit in power system is called your switchgear. Okay, so let's start the video. This is my Unacademy ID. You can follow me on Unacademy, and this is our Telegram channel. You can join our Telegram channel for daily quizzes and contents. So first we'll start from lightning arrestor. So what is lightning arrestor? So it is actually a device or equipment used for the protection of power system against voltage surge. Okay, so to protect the power system or equipment from voltage surge, we use surge diverter or lightning arrestor. These are some lightning arrestor. Okay, so normally it is connected between transmission line and earth. Suppose our lightning arrestor here, this is your transmission line and it is connected to ground. Okay, and a lightning arrestor normally consists of non-linear resistor. Okay, so a lightning arrestor normally consists of non-linear resistor. Okay, and series gaps. So it will look like a series gap here, a non-linear resistor, another series gap, a non-linear resistor, and it is connected to ground. This is your series gap, non-linear resistor, series gap, non-linear resistor. So normally at normal condition, charge diverter provides high impedance path, so no current will flow through the charge diverter. But when fault occurs, that is lightning happened, then charge diverter or lightning arrestor provides a low impedance path. Okay, then the voltage surge go to the ground. Okay, so in power system, first question is, in power system, lightning arrestor are used to protect the electrical equipment against. So in power system, lightning arrestor are used to protect the equipment against over voltage, okay, due to indirect lightning stream. Next question is, the lightning arrestor is connected. So as I told you, lightning arrestor is normally connected between transmission line and earth. This is your lightning arrestor. It is connected between transmission line and earth. So between line and earth is option. Next question is, the rating of lightning arrestor used for 220 kilovolt three-phase system is. So one thing you should remember, for the protection of substation above 66 kV, an arrestor of 10 kiloampere rating is used. So whenever you go beyond 66 kV substation, then you must use a 10 kiloampere lightning arrestor. Okay. So normally voltage rating of lightning arrestor is equal to line voltage. So you can say voltage rating of lightning arrestor is equal to line voltage into 1.1, that is your form factor, into coefficient of earthing. Okay, so in generally coefficient of earthing is taken as 0.8. So in our case, line voltage is 220 kilovolt into 1.1 into coefficient of earthing is your 0.8. It will provide you 193.6 volt, 6 kilovolt. Okay, so as we know, for above 66 kV station, we should use a 10 kiloampere rating, and our voltage rating is 193.6. So if we tally the options, then option 3 is correct, because here 10 kiloampere rating and 198 kilovolt is there. So as our case, as the voltage rating of lightning arrestor is 193.6 kV,
So we'll take 198 kV, and above 66 kV substation we should use 10 kiloampere rating of lightning arrestor. Okay, so option 3. Next question is, in a thyroid lightning arrestor, the resistance. So in a thyroid lightning arrestor, the resistance is low when the current is high, and the resistance is high when the current is low. That is, at normal condition, when there is no surge, then the surge arrestor or thyroid arrestor provide high impedance path. But when there is a surge, then thyroid arrestor provide the resistance is high at low current and low at high current. Clear? So thyroid arresters are most common and widely used and mostly used for the protection against dangerous voltage. Okay. Next question is, lightning arrestor should be located at. Okay, so as lightning arrestor are used to protect the equipment, so normally it is located near the transformer, as transformer cost is high. So to protect the transformer against lightning, we use a lightning arrestor near the transformer. So option 3. Next question is, a thyroid lightning arrestor. These are the options. So a thyroid lightning arrestor offers low resistance path to surge current. Same question. Okay. Next question is, lightning may be regarded as. So as lightning appears suddenly, so it is a transient phenomenon. So during lightning, high current, electric discharge. Okay. So lightning may be regarded as transient, high current, electric discharge. Next question is, lightning arrestor provides. So these are same questions. So lightning arrestor provides low impedance path during operation, option A. Option B, high impedance path during operation. Option 3, low resistance path during operation. And option 4, high resistance path between line and earth during operation. So as I told you, lightning arrestor provide low impedance path during operation, and in normal condition it is provide high impedance path. Okay. Next topic is isolators. So isolators operate under which condition? So normally isolator operate when there is no load. So these are the options. So when isolator will operate when no current condition. Okay. So an isolator is installed. These are the options. So isolator installed usually both sides of circuit breaker. And isolators is used to isolate one portion of the circuit from the another. This is also correct. So option 4 is the correct option, because an isolator is used to isolate one portion of the circuit from another. That is, you should separate the faulty part from the remaining circuit. So isolator is used to separate the faulty portion from the remaining circuit, and it is usually connected on both sides of the circuit breaker. So option A and B is correct. Okay. Next is, isolator used in transmission lines are capable of breaking. As isolator operate on no load, so it is capable of breaking no current.
The next question is from circuit breaker. So the question is, the voltage that appears across the contacts after the circuit breaker is opened is called. So circuit breaker contain two parts. One is your fixed contact, another is moving contact. So when they are separating during fault, a arc is produced. Okay, so this is your arc. So after the contact removed, the voltage that appears in circuit breaker is called your recovery voltage. That is the voltage that appears across the contacts after the circuit breaker is opened. During opening, arc is produced. That is your arc voltage. But after opened, it will producing recovery voltage. Okay. Next question is, to minimize the current chopping tendency, the SF6 gas is used at. So what is current chopping? So basically, when a circuit breaker interrupts a low inductive current, that is current to a shunt reactor, or you can call magnetizing current of a power transformer, then current falls to 0 before natural current 0. If this is a AC or F form, this is your natural current 0. Okay, so the current falls to 0 before the natural current 0. This phenomenon is called current chopping. Okay, so when circuit breaker is used to interrupt the current before the natural current 0 is known as your current chopping. So in case of SF6 circuit breaker, the SF6 gas used at low velocity and low pressure. Next question is, the circuit breaker preferred when the current to be interrupted is low with high voltage arcs. That is your vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, the circuit breaker preferred when the current to be interrupted is low with high voltage arc. That is your vacuum circuit breaker. This is a vacuum circuit breaker, internal construction. Okay, next question is, for a short line fault without switching resistor, the most suitable circuit breaker is. So for a short line fault without switching resistor, the most suitable circuit breaker is SF6 circuit breaker, because in a SF6 circuit breaker, the SF6 gas is used at low velocity and low pressure, as I told you earlier. So due to which current chopping is prevented and capacitive currents are interrupted without restriking. So due to this reason, no switching resistor is required in these breakers. Hence, it is most suitable for short line fault without switching resistor. Okay, so this is most important question. So for a short line fault without switching resistor, the most suitable circuit breaker is your SF6 circuit breaker. Why? Because SF6 circuit breaker, SF6 circuit breaker, the SF6 gas used at low velocity and low pressure. Due to this reason, the current chopping is prevented. Okay. Next question is, in air blast circuit breaker for arc extinction, these are the options. So in air blast circuit breaker for arc extinction, an external source of energy is required. Okay, so in air blast circuit breaker, high speed air blast is used for arc extinction, which is produced by externally generated pressure. Okay, so that is an external source of energy is required for arc extinction. So option 2 is correct. Next question is, the capacitor switching is easily done with. So the capacitor switching is easily done with vacuum. The capacitor switching is easily done with a vacuum circuit.
Sparking occurs when a load is switched off because the circuit has high inductance, high resistance, high capacitance, high magnetism. So the correct answer is inductance, because we know that inductance has a property that it does not allow sudden change in current. That is, it opposes a sudden change in current. So due to its presence in the circuit, when the load is switched off, due to the stored magnetic field energy in it, sparking occurs. Okay, so inductance does not allow sudden change of current, and inductor stored energy is half Li square. Okay, so due to the stored energy, it produces sparking. Okay. Next question is, a circuit breaker is essentially, options are an arc extinguisher, a current interrupting device, a power factor correcting device, a device for neutralizing the effect of transient. So a circuit breaker is essentially a current interrupting device, because a circuit breaker operates when there is a fault, and during fault the fault current increases. So a circuit breaker is used for interrupting a fault current, hence it is a current interrupting device. Option 2 is correct. Okay, so circuit breaker is a current interrupting device. When fault occurs in a high voltage transmission line, these are the options: circuit breaker operates, then the relay,
first relay operates, then the circuit breaker. Option 3, the relay operates, then successively the isolator and the circuit breaker. Option 4, isolator operates, then successively the relay and the circuit breaker. So basically, when a fault occurs in a high voltage transmission line, first the relay operates, because relay is a sensing device, so it senses the fault and sends the trip signal to the circuit breaker to isolate the faulted line. Okay, so first relay operated, then the circuit breaker. Is it clear? Because relay is a sensing device, so first it senses the fault, then it send a signal to the circuit breaker to isolate the faulty part from the remaining healthy part of the system. Okay, so first relay operates, then the circuit breaker. Option 2 is correct.
Next question is the initiation of electric arc at the instant of contact separation is caused by. So options are thermionic emission, field emission, both, and none of these. So the initiation of electric arc between the contact, that is moving contact and fixed contact, the arc is produced due to thermionic emission as well as field emission. That is option 3 is correct. Okay. Next question is sparking between contacts can be reduced by inserting. So the sparking between contacts can be reduced by inserting a resistance in parallel with the contact, that is moving contact and the fixed contact. So a series resistor in parallel with the contact. Okay, these are the contacts and this is your resistor. Next is for a high speed circuit breaker, the total clearing time is around. So for a high speed circuit breaker, the total clearing time is around 1 to 2 cycle, because in case of power system the fault must be cleared within 5 seconds. Okay, so for a high speed circuit breaker it must be cleared the fault within 1 to 2 cycles. Next question is which of the following circuit breaker has high reliability and negligible maintenance? So among these, SF6 circuit breaker has high reliability and negligible maintenance. Next is auto reclosing is used in case of, so auto reclosing is used in case of air blast circuit breaker. So what is auto reclosing? Suppose a fault, so when circuit breaker operates, that means the faulty part is removed from the remaining system. So auto reclosing means when the fault cleared, it will automatically reclose the circuit breaker so that the faulty part which is recovered now get the supply. Okay, next question is resistance switching is normally employed in. So as I told you, resistance switching is employed in air blast circuit breaker. This is your resistance switching, so that the arc produced during separation reduces. Okay, so which of the following circuit breaker take minimum time in installation? So among these, SF6 circuit breaker take minimum time in installation. Next question is if a combination of HRC fuse, that is high rupturing capacity fuse, and circuit breaker is used, the circuit breaker operates for. HRC means high rupturing capacity. A combination of HRC fuse and circuit breaker is used, the circuit breaker operates for low overload currents, and when there is a heavy current then HRC fuse will used. Okay, next is for remote operation the circuit breaker must be equipped with, so for remote operation the circuit breaker must be equipped with shunt trip. Okay, so important questions. For remote operation circuit breaker must be equipped with shunt trip. Next question is to limit the current chopping in vacuum circuit breaker, the contact material employed should have the property of. So to limit the current chopping, that is, what is current chopping? As I told you, when a circuit breaker interrupts a low inductive current, that is current to shunt reactor or magnetizing current of a power transformer, the current falls to zero before natural current zero. This phenomenon is called current chopping. Okay, that is the current falls to zero before natural current zero. by external force is known as your current chopping. So to limit the current chopping in vacuum circuit breaker, the contact material employed should have the property of low conductivity and high vapor pressure, low conductivity, low vapor pressure, high conductivity, high vapor pressure, high conductivity, low vapor pressure. So from among the options, to limit the current chopping in vacuum circuit breaker, the contact material should be employed the property of low conductivity and high vapor pressure. So then it can reduce the current chopping in vacuum circuit breaker if the contact material employed has the property of low conductivity and high vapor pressure. Thank you. Thanks for watching. In the next video we will discuss about relays. Okay.